Well, I'm on the phone with head football coach Mark Arnold from the MDI Trojans. And, Coach, a tough loss on Friday, 40-30 against Oceanside. I thought the boys, the effort was there. You've had the opportunity to look at it on tape. You've had the opportunity to look at it on the sidelines. And after a weekend's reflection, tell me what you think.
Well, first off, I just wanted to, congratulate Oceanside. They came in, played a good football game, and I really thought that they earned a victory on Friday night. So as far as our team goes, I really thought that the boys played hard. I thought we did a good job really improving over our prior performance against Ellsworth. And, we have a lot to clean up. I guess to an extent in the first game, you wonder how many mistakes you're going to make. We did a pretty good job of protecting the football, and I was happy with our special teams performance, but we had a few key penalties and missed snaps that cost us when we got down in the red zone. I'm not sure. I know at least 2 times I think we were down maybe inside the 10, and we really hurt ourselves and didn't punch the football in. So those are the types of things that we have to clean up throughout the week, this week, going into our next game.
Well, the opening drive, they scored. You brought the ball down and had it right on the goal line and fumbled it. They recovered it in the end zone for a touchback. Yep,
and I think a couple of times in the first half we had that same situation. We're moving the ball good, and then we just got to a place where we either had a penalty or, like you said, a missed snap and added extra yards for us to move the football, and that just makes it tough to win a football game. And so we really got to get in those positions. We talk a lot with the team, and we work in practice on when we get in those situations, how do we take advantage of them? And we just didn't pull that together this Friday night, but it's a learning experience for our kids. We went back and looked at the tape over the weekend, and it's be a big chance for us today to go in and see where we need to improve.
What are you going to be? So you're practicing today, Labor Day. It's a normal week in terms of practice, correct?
Yes, correct. Hopefully this week we won't have a heat day out, and we'll get all 4 of our days in here. But today's an important day for us, as we turn from one game to another and start to focus on what we need to do to prepare for Hampden Academy this week.
And that'll be different. I mean, Hampden's a turf field.
Yep. Our kids haven't played on turf. It's a fast surface. A few of our kids have. We went up to when we play up at Husson's Field.
Against John Bapst. And then, of course, 2 years ago down at the for the state championships, I was on turf.
Right. And but it's not our normal surface, and the turf nowadays, not like when I played.
No.
The turf was basically like carpeting. It really is. It's a lot closer to grass, just the way that the surface is made, and it is fast because it drains. You never have that problem with either the field being hard from being dried out or soft from being rained on. So. It's a consistent surface. It's usually a fast surface, and I like playing on it because again, you don't have those worries going in. Like what's the turf going to be like?
Right.
What it's going to be like. So. And
this is a brand new turf. I mean, the facility up there is just gorgeous. I was there when MDI played Hampden in an exhibition soccer game earlier in August, and I mean, it's just unbelievable the amount of money they've invested in that facility.
Yep, it is a nice field area. It's a nice stadium. Our kids will be excited to go up and play there. This year, we'll actually be playing the Eastern or the Northern Maine Championship game. Is going to be played there on a neutral field. So it would be nice, thinking, hey, depending on how we do, we've already been on the surface.
Right. So, and this is the first time you played Hampden in quite some time.
Yep. We used to play them. They used to be in our conference. It's been a number of years now. since we've gone up there. We hadn't had the best luck up there.
No, I wasn't going to mention that, but no, there hasn't been a lot of luck at Hampden Academy.
No, but, we're hoping to change that this week, and the kids are really excited to go up, and we're looking to don our other new uniforms. The
away uniforms this week?
Yep. We'll be wearing our whites and whites with our green pants this week.
Well, I thought the uniforms looked very sharp. I mean, I thought that everybody did, they look great. So tell us about, I know you haven't met with the boys, but injury-wise, how'd you come out of the game?
We came out good. We went into the game with one of our key linemen he'd injured his ankle in the Ellsworth game, and we really didn't get him in practice all week, and he struggled a bit during the game, so that was kind of our big concern going in. We only played him on offense, and, you get the natural swelling, but he didn't seem to return or injure the ankle, and so we're hoping to get him back to full strength. Dan, our trainer, he reported to me that we did have one player who had, I believe it was something with his shoulder, and so we might be slowed up with that this week. But we're pretty healthy going in,
good,
and that's good for us. And so,
all right. So what do you work on? I mean, what are without going into too many details, what are the plans to tweak the offense, or tell us a little bit about what you know of Hampden?
Yeah, well, they throw the football. We've looked through their last two contests, and they're a spread offense, and they've put the ball up a lot. Especially, they have some veteran receivers on the outside, and they've been throwing the ball a lot here early, and so that'll be different than really what we saw with Oceanside.
Oh, very much so. Who were packed in, and kind of. They ran a lot of reverses where they would give the ball to one and they would hand it off to the other back and just kind of get everybody moving in one direction and then move the other.
Yeah, they're a double wing, a tighter formation, more like we were last year, and so Hampden will be pretty much the complete opposite. They're a spread football team. For us this week, we meet as coaches on Sunday mornings, and we get up to watch the sun come up together and then go through our game plan for the week. And as we look through things, not only do players have things to improve, as a new staff, we have things that we need to improve on from last week. Last week was a very hectic week with the start of school. And one of the things, last year with Coach Shields and I both in the high school building, we're able to divide things up a little bit more and see each other on a regular basis to plan for the week. And so this past week, looking back on it, just realizing what needs to get done in a week and how we kind of distribute that as a coaching staff is something that we, talked about yesterday in our meetings. And I hope that that'll make us more effective going into this week. Plus just seeing, what you do in an actual game and being able to coordinate that in terms of your practice, breaking it down and saying, these are the things we need to focus on each day to take care of the things that we think we need to improve on. I think that that'll help us a lot this week. You mentioned earlier, the best thing is, our kids played really hard in that football game right till the end. And looking back, I think about our practice week, our kids they're working hard and they're doing everything we're asking of them. So that's really on us as coaches to make sure that we're focused and clear about the things that we need to get done with them and ask them to put their energies into.
All right, sounds good. Well, this Friday night up at Hampden, we'll have the game right here on WDEA Internet Radio with the pregame starting at 6:40 and the kickoff at 7. And we look forward to the call of the game, and I'll talk to you on Friday, and we'll do the coaches show to find out how things have gone this week.
All right, Chris, you have a nice week, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Thank you.
On Friday.
Thank you.